Hi, I'm John Eliason. Welcome to Sales Control. I'm glad you're here. Hopefully what we're talking about today makes a whole lot of sense. I think it will, but I hope it does. Let me talk about just a quick introduction as far as what sales control is and what it isn't. What it is a culmination of 25 years of really searching, trying to find what the best way to sell. Because if you're in sales, if your income depends on you selling and selling successfully, then you're probably looking for just a way to tweak what you do to make it a lot better. And I think this will really help you. You know, these I don't want to really call them techniques, but these strategies, these ways that we go about sales here, for me personally, it took me from being, you know, you hear about the 80-20 principle where 20% of the people make 80% of the money. Well, thankfully, because of hard work, I've always been in the top 20%. But just because you're in the top 20% doesn't really mean you're making a lot of money. But once I started these ways that I'm going to talk about, you know, really clicked and occurred to me, and I really started using them and refining them, I went to the very top, the front of the line, the 1% of all the money makers in sales. That's what this stuff will do for you. It literally will show you how to, where it showed me how to increase my sales like 2 to 4 times, and that's 200 to 400%. You know, run the numbers for yourself and see what that means. What this isn't, it's not a sales class. I don't want your money. We'll talk about my motivation later. But what this isn't is the old 70s way of selling and leisure suit, 3 martini lunch, and a big power close at the end. It's not that. That never really worked well, and it doesn't really work well today. You know, if you're like me, or I think a lot of other people, you're searching for that one extra ingredient, the missing ingredient, the silver bullet, you know, that one thing that you can enter into your sales presentation that sets it all apart. You know, the one thing that makes a huge difference, the shiny thing that you're just missing. And a lot of people tell you they have it for sale. Here, buy my secret technique, and you know, all the world will open up to you. You know, and I searched for that kind of thing. I looked, you know, every get rich quick scheme seems to have that, and I bought a bunch of those. But I also did mainstream stuff, like went to college and majored in psychology, and I was very interested in social psychology, why people do things, why, you know, how influence works, you know, how to get people to vote certain ways, how to get people to save energy, how to get people to buy. So this whole combination of psychology and sales experience and all these different things, you know, and based on experience, you know, brings you to a point 25 years later, and you go, you know what really works, there is no one technique. There isn't. There simply isn't. But there's something much better. And the much better is exactly what we talk about. What we talk about is you know what, you sell to humans, right? You sell to human beings, and people have a certain human behavior. They think and act and behave a certain way. And so if you take a step back, you just take a little step back before learning your presentation and go, I wonder how people think about this. And then go into your presentation a little bit differently and ask a few better questions, and just go about this just a little bit differently. After a little bit of time, you end up with a very big different end result. And these are the things we teach you. Because if you, with this human behavior in basic psychology, you can either, I don't want to say take advantage of it, but you know, jump into this current of behavior flowing a certain way, and you can have a great cruise. It can be great. It can be great for you, and it can be great for the person that you're selling. If you just ignore it or go, I don't want to have anything to do with that, then you're always going to wonder why there's a little bit of a struggle. And there's always going to be something there, and you'd never quite understand it. But if you tap into understand it, you can use it. And these are the things that we show you. So what do I get out of this? Really, my motivation is 2 things. One is that I hope that you use this. I hope you have phenomenal success. I hope you let me know that it worked. I want you to share this with other people. I want you to teach other people these same techniques. I want it to come around so that everybody's using this kind of thing, because it's a really cool way to sell. It feels good. You can do it for a long time. It's really a nice way to live. And it's a very profitable way to live. 2, I want you to join my list. I want you to, every time that we have, if you want, join. You don't have to join, of course. But you know what? I'd love for you to join the email list. That way, when we put new content on the site and you want to know about it, we shoot you an email. then you know you can click and come and see what's going on. Add to the blog, be a part of it. We aren't going to give, sell, trade, barter, whatever your information. We will simply not give it to anybody. It's just between us. So what you end up getting out of this, it's not just the techniques. It's not just a new way to sell. It's not just the new shiny different thing that you should grab a hold of. It's not that. It's a different way. It's a way of stepping back and tapping into human behavior, the psychology of things, the why people behave a certain way. Because it's not that one thing, it's an understanding. And when you have this understanding, you can apply it to whatever it is that you're selling. So, and when you're applying it to whatever you're selling, there's a lot of power in that. There's a lot of freedom in that. You can go do whatever you want. The cool thing about sales is that you're never out of a job. There's always, if this thing goes away or that thing goes away, if you're good at this, you can provide for yourself and your family forever. So, what can we do here today? Right here, what we can do is we can boil down the 25 years of my experience anyway. All the things that I've really gone out to search and find. And, over the course of 25 years, I've brushed up against a lot of experience, a lot of really good stuff, a lot of really bad stuff. And what we can do is we can take the things that we've really found to be beneficial and put together and we've used to end up writing 200 to 400% more business and ending up at the top 1% of money earners in our industry, and show you how to do that in yours. I hope you enjoy the other content. Click around. Find the stuff that's interesting to you. Get on the email list. Come back and put your stuff in the blog. I want to hear about your experience too. Let's make this a viral thing. Let's make it a cool thing. And let's stay connected. There's always opportunities, and it's always great to be connected with great people. Thank you.